Hey everybody, welcome to my newest Let's Play. I was not going to be doing this game, but the user Paper Vampire on YouTube decided to delete all of his wonderful Vampire the Masquerade game Let's Plays, and I can respect that. Those are his videos. So I'm going to play this as best as I can. I am not great at live combat, so if you see me use a code, don't razz me about that. I will put it in a round file if I have to. But anyways, let's get this new game started here. I will be doing a Nosferatu. Nosferatu is the hardest one to play in the game because it cannot be seen by mortals at all. If you get seen by a mortal, it's considered a Masquerade violation, and 5 of them, and you're screwed. Anyways, find the character sheet here. Nosferatu, female, of course. You can see they are pretty butt ugly. I'm not going to be using any history because this is the unofficial patch 6.8, the plus version of it. So it's got histories have been enabled, but I really don't consider like them in too much anyway, so I'll leave it at that. You can see you start off, well, with your character sheet here. Since the game is based upon a pen and paper RPG, you get a actual sheet like this, which is based upon the RPG system. With the humanity up here, 7 is normal, 10 is saintly, 1 you're more of a beast. The lower your humanity, the more your options change to be a little more, ruthless. Your masks are 5 mask violations, and that's it. Game's over. We'll go into that detail later. So we have your attributes, which makes you up. Your strength, your dexterity, stamina, charisma, manipulation, appearance, perception, whips, and all that wonderful stuff here. Your talents, the things you know how to do. Can you brawl? Can you dodge? Can you do firearms? Can you be stealthy? You can hack computers, stuff like that. Your feats are features, and if you highlight, say, lockpicking here, you see security and dexterity are both yellow. Those are the 2 stats that control your lockpicking. So sneaking is stealth and dexterity and such and so forth. So let's see. Your disciplines are your what you know how to your magic. Let's say things you can do that are above and beyond. Some disciplines are considered mass violations if they're seen by normal mortals. Some are not considered mass violations. So we will go over those as well. Nosferatu get animalism, which are mass violations if used in a safe area, because they're obviously supernatural. Obfuscate is the invisibility, which is not a mass violation if used in an area, a safe area. And it's actually be your primary stat right here. This is very critical because you will be you need to get to at least level 3 hidden killer. When you do hidden killer, you can do kills without being revealed, which is kind of nice. And potent is also kind of nice because you get supernatural strength, and supernatural strength doesn't really have a mass violation. So what I'm going to do is put a point into disciplines. Oh, and I'm going to not show you my sheet too much when I do this. I'm going to want you to explore the sheets and do yourself. Make your own character, that's what I'm saying. Because you can make this character any way you want with certain limitations to your clan, like the Nosferatu clan. Can't have any sort of what do you call it? Seduction. Seduction can only be 0. So you can never put points in these because they're so ugly you can't have seduction. So I'm going to actually put points into yeah, that's social. I'm going to put points into charisma and manipulation. So I can persuade, not manipulation, charisma, and into it's intimidation and intelligence. Put points into those so I can intimidate and persuade people my way. So inspection, well, actually wits, not inspection. But yeah, you can just tune the character to the way you want the character. I'm going to be more stealthy and more of a melee fighter myself. I'm not going to do too much in small arms fire becomes more important later, so that's no big deal. And also put points into brawl, because brawl will control, make it easier to feed on people who are not willing. So we should put points into brawl as well as dodge, like that a little later as well. Computers, because they need to hack things, and into scholarship. They can read books and stuff. Scholarship is for books, investigation for seeing and finding the hidden things, finance for haggling and making things cheaper, computers for hacking computers, and computer hacking and stealth and security are the three big major, to pick locks, to sneak around without being found, and to get computer stuff hacked. If I do a Tremere later, I will not be doing much about stealth, because they can't sneak too very well. Anyways, so the sheet is done here. Let's see, watch the introduction here, folks. The Embrace, the act of transforming mortal into a vampire.
I want to show you something.
Sorry. Yep, why aren't they ugly? And the funny thing is, that is a Camerilla, not a Nosferatu male.
Good evening. My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child.
No.
It pains me to announce the sentence.
I got male Nosferatu.
Up to tonight, I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence.
That's a huge sword.
Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most children are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that this is bullshit! If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish. I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope Their significance is not lost. Good evening.
We will meet everybody in the theater eventually. Won't be one by one, so don't worry about that.
Your sire. Tragic. My apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to.